devastated, afraid, confused, sad, worried, depressed, angry, hopeful, frustrated, helpless, skeptical. These are some of the feelings that a person might have while waiting for an organ transplant. Ecstatic, optimistic, fortunate, strong, loved, thankful, alive. These are some of the feelings that a person might have after receiving an organ transplant. You have the power to help somebody have those positive feelings by being an organ donor. According to the United States Department of Health and Human Services, a person gets added to the waiting list about every 10 minutes. Organ donation is an accepted medical treatment for late-stage organ failure. More than 105,000 people in the United States are on the list for organ donation. There is a massive need for organ donors, and I believe that we can fill that need. Everyone should be an organ donor because it saves lives, is safe for the donor, and is easy to sign up for. Being an organ donor saves lives. The United States National Institutes for Health notes that 50 people can be saved from one donor. You can donate while you are still alive. You can donate kidneys, portions of your liver, lung, pancreas, and intestine. You can donate after you're deceased many more organs and donors and tissues than you can when you're alive. You can donate your kidneys, pancreas, liver, middle ear, cartilage, tendons, ligaments, lung, heart, skin, bone, bone marrow, cornea, and intestines. The United States Department for Health and Human Services on Women's Health notes that 77 people get a transplant every day in the United States. Even with that many people getting a transplant, 18 people die every single day waiting for an organ donation. As with anything, you need to look at yourself to make sure that it's safe. So let's talk about donation safety. Being an organ donor is safe for the donor. There is a myth that doctors will not try and save your life if you are a registered donor. The top priority for all health professionals is to save your life, regardless of whether you're a donor or not. Not only that, but the transplant team for organ donation harvesting is completely different from the medical team trying to save your life. There's also a myth that organs may be harvested while you are still living. There are extra tests done to donors to ensure that they are completely brain dead and officially deceased that normally wouldn't be done if you're not a donor, completely eliminating the possibility of having your organs harvested while you're still alive. There's also a myth that your family may pay for some of the costs that could be incurred from the harvesting and donation process. The person receiving the organs pays for all expenses incurred from donation. There may be expenses associated with final attempts at saving your life, but these are not in any way connected to harvesting organs. Now that you know how important it is to be an organ donor, let's talk about how to sign up to be an organ donor. Signing up to be an organ donor is very simple. You should carry a signed donor card in your wallet all the time. You can get a donor card from online. The United States Department of Health and Human Services has a downloadable card that you can print. And you should also register to be an organ donor with your state. You can do this online, or you can go directly to the Department of Motor Vehicles in person and register to be an organ donor. Thirdly, you should have a conversation with your family and let them know what your wishes are, because many states require family consent even if you are a registered donor and have a signed donor card. So making sure that they know exactly what your wishes are is very important because they do need to sign off on that final decision. When you pass away, there are many ways to keep your legacy alive. You can be cremated and have your ashes sprinkled at sea. You can have a tree planted on your grave, or you can be an organ donor. Being an organ donor is the ultimate way to retain your legacy by having your organs live within somebody else. Donating organs saves lives, is safe for the donor, and is easy to do.